What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Dre. This is Dre Created. And in today's video, I wanted to talk to you about Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Here on this channel, we talk a lot about self-improvement, and so I feel like Maslow's theory can be very useful when it comes down to setting goals for yourself, because before you can get to where you're going, you must first understand where you are. So for instance, if I'm in California and if I'm trying to get to Florida, I know that if I want to save myself a whole lot of time, it would be better for me to catch a plane rather than for me to drive by car. So it's all about efficiency. Before you can get to where you're going, you must first acknowledge where you are. And Maslow's theory helps us understand where we are along our journey of growth and self-improvement. So in 1943, a psychologist by the name of Abraham Maslow gave us this very useful map to understand human motivation. It consists of 5 levels of human needs represented by a pyramid, as you can see in this picture right here, where our most basic needs are at the bottom of the pyramid. As you work your way up the pyramid, we have higher levels of need. This theory proposes that before you can reach higher levels of need, you must first make sure that your most basic needs are met first. This is our base, our survival instincts. I'm sure you've experienced this at one point in your lifetime. If you're hungry, if you're starving, if you're thirsty, if you need to use the restroom, you can't focus on anything else until these needs are met. Or it's difficult for you to focus on anything else until these needs are met. It's almost impossible to think about anything else. If these needs aren't met, your entire world suddenly shrinks to you needing to find food, or you needing to find water, or you needing warmth, or you needing rest, and nothing else matters until these needs are met. So it's unrealistic for you to consider building a business for yourself if you can't find the means to feed yourself every day, and you can't find the means to care for your most basic physiological needs. So you first have to position yourself in a way where your basic needs aren't threatened before you can excel from that level. The second level of the pyramid speaks about safety and security. Once our basic survival is handled, we need to feel safe, and so we seek security. This looks like a stable home, reliable income, good health, and protection from harm. Without this safety, we live in a constant state of anxiety and fear, and this anxiety and fear makes it hard for us to make any meaningful connections, or it makes it difficult for us to even consider planning for the future. So for the people that are living in toxic environments, for the people that are in toxic relationships, it's going to be hard for you to move forward. It's going to be a challenge for you to build when you're confined to these spaces with people that are threats, or with relationships that are threats to any possible future that you can have for yourself. You're so concerned about your present, and so you can't afford to be in a creative state where you can plan and build and grow. So the first level, you have to take care of your basic needs, and the second level, you have to ensure your safety and security. The third level of Maslow's hierarchy of needs is love and belonging. So obviously, we're social creatures. We as human beings, we are social creatures, and so it's important for us to feel love in our life, and it's important for us to have a sense of belonging or a sense of community. We have a deep fundamental need for connection through family, friends, and intimate relationships. We need to feel like we belong to a tribe, or we need to feel like we belong to a community, a group that accepts us. Loneliness and isolation can be very damaging when this need is left unfulfilled. And don't get me wrong, because I've talked about loneliness before. When you're in the process of becoming a version of yourself that you feel is true to who you really are, you're going to lose people. Some of the relationships in your life are going to fall apart. When you're in the process of making room for a new life, when you're in the process of building, before you can build, you have to deconstruct what already was to make room for more, to make room for new developments in your life. It can be isolating. You will experience periods of loneliness, and this is the kind of loneliness I would say is necessary, but it's not forever. You're dismissing relationships that don't fit in your narrative anymore to make room for new relationships. So it's all a part of the process. The fourth level of Maslow's hierarchy of needs is esteem. So esteem addresses our need for us to feel good about ourselves. And this need to feel good about ourselves is divided into 2 parts. So the first part is the need to have respect from other people. So this comes in the form of recognition, status, appreciation. And the second part is feeling a sense of confidence and a sense of mastery and independence. When we have self-esteem, we feel competent and we feel like we're making a valuable contribution to society. So recap. The first part is having the respect of other people. So this comes in the form of recognition, status, and feeling appreciated by the people around us. And then the second part is confidence within ourselves. So trusting within ourselves, having self-respect, and having mastered a selection of areas in our lives. So once we've mastered all of the selected areas in our lives, this is what brings us to the final level, which is referred to as self-actualization. Self-actualization is the process of you reaching your full potential. This is where it all comes together. So once your more basic needs are met, all of your physiological needs, once they're met, once you've established a safe environment for yourself, once you've shaped your self-esteem, and once you've fully exercised your creativity as an individual, this is where you've reached the peak known as self-actualization. The path to self-actualization is unique to everybody. It's unique to every single individual's journey, as it focuses on you fulfilling your own set of skills and interests as opposed to meeting societal expectations. It's a continuous process. It's not a single destination, but an ongoing journey of learning and growth. So how do you know once you've reached this point of self-actualization? It typically looks like you having an accurate perception of reality, that being an objective view of the world rather than a subjective view of the world. It also looks like you accepting yourself. You accept yourself for who you are. You've built yourself and you have all the awareness about yourself to change anything about yourself that you feel needs to change. Self-actualized individuals, they are aware of the world around them and the part that they play in this world. They're often creative in their problem solving and they're critical thinkers. They're independent thinkers. They know how to think for themselves. You have to actively construct your purpose and declare it and pursue it. I hope that you found value in this video. I hope that my message resonated with you. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.